Hi, I'm Terry. I've lost 175 pounds with Keto and Carnivore. Thank you for watching. I am going to play around with the butternut squash. So that's what this is. This is frozen. I had 3 bags of it, and I'm like, I need to find something to do with it. I don't want to throw it away, so we'll figure that out as we go. So that's crock potting, just so I can get unfrozen and cook them a little bit. So today we are going to attempt to make a butternut squash soup. So to get started, I have 100 grams of onions and 1 tablespoon of lard or tallow. It's kind of mixture, so I'm going to saute these up and get them golden brown before I do anything else. So according to Chef Jean-Pierre, when you are browning your onions, you need to add a little bit of balsamic vinegar. And so I did that, and then I added 4 grams of the swerve brown sugar. So I'm letting it continue to saute a little bit, because this is going to go in the butternut squash soup. So here, that's my container of swerve brown sugar. And what I do is I keep it in a Ziploc bag, because these bags don't close very well. So I keep it in a Ziploc bag, and then I drop it down into here. I might add more later, we will see. But as of now, it's just 4 grams of swerve, which is 4 carbs total, and 4 erythritol. So, we don't need a lot of it, because it's going to make us go a whole lot. So just 4 grams. And now I'm going to brown up the butternut squash. This is 800 grams. So I'm going to try to carefully put this down in with the onions. This is what I had in the crock pot earlier. So I'm going to try to brown it up. I'm going to try to brown it up a little bit. See if I can do this. Just to give it a little bit of a roasted kind of flavor. So I'm going to kind of piddle around with this, and I'll be back. Okay, we're going to transfer it to this big stock pot. Okay. Now I'm going to add some garlic. I'm going to add a little bit of marsala wine. Just a splash, so we'll say about a tablespoon. And then a tablespoon of red wine. And we're going to add some bacon pieces, because, bacon makes everything taste good. So I'll zero it out. Let's see. 12 grams. $23 grams. Alright. Sure seems like more than that, but maybe not. Okay. We're going to use 35 grams of bacon pieces. Okay. So now I'm going to kind of stir this together a little bit. And the butternut squash is softening up really well. Remember, I had it in the crock pot. And I'm going to add some, I'm going to wait on the seasoning until I get it more into soup. So what I have right here in this is the water that was left over from boiling the butternut squash. I'm just going to put enough to barely cover the vegetables. If you want to add other, other vegetables, you sure can. I just don't want to get too carried away with it, since I'm trying to find a way to do this. And then I'm going to let this simmer, I don't know, about an hour, so it all can blend in together. No, I lied. I'm going to add some heavy cream. Hang on just a second. 83 grams of heavy cream. Now I'm going to stir that together, and I'm going to let that all kind of simmer and boil for, I don't know, 30-45 minutes. We'll see how long I last. So I probably should not have put the bacon pieces in. I don't know if this will, can't remember if this will chop it or not, but we'll find out. Got my immersion blender, so I'll turn the volume down and speed it up for you. Now, we are going to add in our seasonings. So I got part of this recipe from Chef Jean-Pierre, who we know I love. And so he used some nutmeg. Let me see. In his recipe, well, how much nutmeg? He used a 1/4 teaspoon. I don't know how much a 1/4 teaspoon is. I'm not measuring it. Then he used some ginger. How much? He used like chopped ginger and a tablespoon of it. I don't know how much chop. You know, I've got these kind of seasonings. I'm not about to chop something and shave something. I do enough of that during the week or on the weekend. And some cumin. So now I need to stir it up. Stir it up and see what we think. I don't not added any salt to it either. So I might add a little bit of salt. Hang on. See how it got those. Macros. So I took it as 5 servings. 5 servings, it would be 198 calories, 4.9 protein, 20 carbs, and 10 fat. I don't know how much that's going to make, but I'll show you in the end how big those servings. But if I did it in 5 servings, then and I'll have all the numbers down in the description below so you can see what's all in it. Hang on, let's taste it and see what we think. It's going to be hot. Hang on, I'm pausing you. All right, let's see what we think. Yeah. That's good. I think it has enough seasonings, so I don't have to waste 2 other spoons on it. Yeah, that's really good. I'm going to divide it up into servings, and we'll see how big a servings it makes, because we wanted to get 5 servings out of it. Because we can have this along with our ground beef or whatever meat we have, and this would be our side with our meat. So hold on. So these are all 5 of the butternut squash soups. They're a little less than 300 grams in them. So it'll be a perfect side dish with some ground beef. I'll just make sure, because of the carb count, I'll make sure that it's just with meat and not with anything else. So there you go. There is our butternut squash soup, and I will have the macros and all that good stuff and directions down in the description. So okay, have a good night.